So the number 2 position is a blocker. So ideally you want some height. They'll be blocking over the right hand side there. I've kind of drawn the blue parentheses type area. That's typically the area you're going to cover any type of hitters coming out of that area. So you'll have to have some height. You also, it helps to be a lefty on the right hand side of the court, whether you're a setter or a hitter. Again, this is the second of 3 split positions. So if you're the setter and you're in the front row, either in a 5-1 or a 4-2 type offense, then you'll typically want to play over here on the right hand side, because A, it gets you away from the middle and the middle hitter on the opposite side, and B, you're in the proper, one of the closest positions for getting that optimal in-system pass, so you can run the offense. As a hitter, you'll be more further over to the right more often and just blocking, and then you'll kind of just splay out and be prepared to hit. You also, with the blue arrow, should your player on the left side, opponent's left side, the opponent's number 4, not be hitting, should the opponent's number 2 be hitting for some reason, I've drawn the arrow, and that's really covering tips and dinks. That's your responsibility for coverage, tip coverage in the number 2 position. So on offense, as a number 2 position player, you're pretty much a setter, and you're just going to stroll over in that green arrow if you're not already there and get over to the set. And hopefully the set's in a good location, roughly where it is there. And as a front row, you're a front row setter in this case, you have the opportunity to hit. That's where I put the S. And as a right side hitter, if you're not the setter, typically the opposite position, your primary hit is out there in the number 5, out at the pin, out at the antenna, trying to stretch out the blockers, get some one-on-one out there, hopefully make the middle blocker on the opposite side run as far as, or move as far as they have to, and hopefully they'll be late. But there are some options that you can run a quicker set behind the setter, which just might catch people off guard if they're not starting in a great position. And also I've drawn in sort of the curved arrow, and this is an old volleyball play called an X play. So the middle hitter will go up to hit, hopefully drag the opposite middle hitter on the other team's middle hitter to jump with them, entice them to jump, and then you can come up as the opposer's blocker is dropping, and either hit to the 1-6 or cut it back to the 5-6 type on the other side. The hit, again, review the hits in the intro if you don't know what that means. Or in general, the opponent's blocker that would be either has to come with you, and they either got to run around the middle, or they got to learn to switch so the middle takes you and they take the middle. So there's a lot of confusion that can be generated out of that. And in addition, you can have your back row players, if that person does come with you on that X play, they can come out of the back row and might have a wide open look at the net. So there's some rationale left for that, but a lot of people have not run the X play anymore because you can overload in other manners to cause confusion and movement in the opponent's defense. But yeah, you'll probably want to be again, a lefty is great for this position because of the speed of the sets.